What's going on, Mother Flowers? I'm Will with Gutter Fighting Secrets. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about a really beautiful and powerful Thai concept called JaI. This is something, frankly, I think that every one of us, especially as disciplined and dedicated martial artists, needs in our life. We're going to break down exactly what this is, because I alluded to this a little bit in the previous video that I did about the differences between training Muay Thai in Thailand versus training in the West. That video has gotten a pretty good and decent response. Some of the guys were saying, hey, can you talk more about what is this concept of JaI? So in this video, I'm going to break it down exactly. Trust me, you want to stick around. This one is going to be chock full of warrior wisdom and really beautiful, life-altering concepts. So in Thai, Jai means heart, and Su means to fight. So if you put these two words together, it means a fighting heart. A heart beats within us. Therefore, Jai is not displaying outward dominance. This is a quiet determination that lives within us. The determination every warrior must have, which is no matter what happens, I will keep fighting. No matter what the odds are stacked against me, I will not give up. I will keep pressing forward and I will keep fighting. Those of you who have sparred know that sometimes you are fighting a better fighter than you. Whether they technically are better, whether they are stronger, whether their gas tank is more, no matter what it is, sometimes the other guy is simply better. And he is, for lack of better words, dominating you. This is when we need Jai. This is when you need to tell yourself, no matter what happens, I will not stop fighting until I am unable to continue the fight physically. This is actually what's expected of you when you step into the Muay Thai ring. When you step into the Muay Thai ring for a fight, you are expected to keep fighting until you are knocked unconscious or until the referee stops it. My friend Taylor, when I was his corner man, broke his tibia, and he still finished all 5 rounds with a broken leg. This is Jai. The concept is not necessarily unique to Muay Thai. The concept can be found across every warrior culture ever known to man, at least any of the good ones. The Spartans had a saying that you will come home with your shield or on it. The Native Americans felt that dying in battle was the most glorious death that could be had. The Vikings had the concept of Valhalla, a special mead hall in the sky where only the warriors who fell in combat were able to go through. If we take a look at special operations selection and training, they smoke these guys mentally, physically, for weeks. They're not doing it simply because it's like hazing. They're not simply doing it because they think it's funny. They're doing it for an actual purpose. They need to find that small group of men that's left over, that cream of the crop that is left over from however many guys go through it, that will not stop, that will not quit no matter what happens until they are physically unable to move. Nothing will stop them short of being killed. I have another friend that was going through MARSOC training. There was a part where they basically wanted him to drown. He was doing his dive training and they would rip off his mask, and he basically told me, Will, the only way that you get out of that is to drown, and they revive you. I don't know how 100% true that is, but it sounds like the fucking Marines. And the Marines definitely have Jai. This ability, no matter what is happening in our life, be it mental, be it physical, to keep going, to smile at the pain and press forward, is the ultimate hallmark of a warrior. And that is not my personal opinion. That is a fact. This is not about bravado. This is not about displaying dominance over the world, over other men. This is about a quiet understanding of your own personal capabilities as a warrior, as a person. In fact, let's bring it back to Thai culture real quick. Thai culture really values quiet toughness, is what I call it. Somebody who is very humble. Again, this is not my personal opinion. Thai fighters are some of the most capable and competent and tough fighters that you will ever meet, especially Thai fighters from Thailand who've been training since 8 years old. Harkens back to the Spartan days where they would take the children and train them at around the same age, and they would train in very similar ways. However, these Thai fighters, very, very rarely will you ever meet one who's outwardly boastful. They are the nicest people, always smiling, always polite. This is actually part of one of the 10 perfections of Buddhism. The ability to endure hardship without losing your way. It's not a passive energy. This is a strong energy and a quiet strength. And the Thais value this quiet strength immensely. If you ever meet a professional fighter, and I've met many, many, many professional fighters throughout the years, if you ever shake their hand, you're going to see something very interesting. You're going to see that they give you a very light handshake. And the reasons this has been explained to me and that I've learned through doing over the years is twofold. Number one, they don't want to get in any kind of a macho competition about who can shake hands harder because they don't fucking care. They know what they can do. Number two, they make their living with their hands. So if they did get into some kind of a competition where you're trying to crush their hands and you actually hurt their hands, but you're taking them out of the fight and you're taking money out of their pocket, you're taking food out of their family's mouth. So they're definitely not going to risk that for some asshole who wants to prove that he's got a bigger dick, metaphorically speaking. Because generally, you don't. Those Thai fighters are the toughest mother flowers that I've ever met in my entire life. And I've met lots and lots of killers. You know, the samurai had a saying that the bigger the smile grew on a samurai's face, the closer you were to death. A man who has JaI, a man who truly knows his own capabilities, is not going to want to jump into combat too quickly. He is going to be humble and very polite right up until the moment that he strikes. This is a warrior's heart. Humility, steadfastness in all areas of life. A man who has literally been beaten into the mindset of never giving up, never giving in, and never backing down. This is JaI. This mindset is what separates warriors from amateurs. I train a lot of people. One thing I've noticed is that most people will crumble if you jack up the pressure on them just a little bit. Most people don't have good cardio, and if you make them do a little bit more cardio than they're capable of, they will physically and literally stop. They will start panting and they will stop. It is the very select few who, no matter how tired they are, will keep going. A man who will keep fighting even though he literally cannot throw another punch, that is a man that a coach wants to work with. And this is something that the Thai crews, crew is a name for teacher, this is something that the Thai crews will look for in a person when they are training you. If they smoke you and you give up, you don't have JaI, and they will make note of that mentally. But if they smoke you and you keep going until you literally can't do another push-up or throw another punch, then they will make note of that. And that's the type of individual that they want to work with. And they will say that if they find that type of individual who will keep going no matter how tired they are, no matter how hurt they are, they will make them ready for the fight. That is the type of individual that they want to coach. Likewise, out of all of my students, I have probably met 2 or 3 out of the maybe 50 that I have trained last year that have JaI. Now, something about this warrior's heart is, yes, it can be taught, yes, it can be learned, but it is also innately within us. I can take you, a Muay Thai teacher, a Jiu-Jitsu professor can take you and throw you into the fire, and through years of refinement, build that warrior's heart within you. But the truth is that to some degree, a person has it or they don't. And The fact that you're still listening to this, the fact that you clicked on this video right now tells me that you have this warrior's heart. And I want you to make a promise to yourself right now that you will refine it. You will put yourself deliberately into positions through training to make yourself push forward and push through. As Rocky would say, that's how winning is done. And I want you to promise yourself and promise me right now that no matter what happens, no matter how many times you get knocked down, no matter how many times you get an injury, no matter how many times you feel like giving up, you don't. And you keep pushing through. You keep training. You know, training is a way of life. It is not something temporary. We should look at training as something that we will do week in, week out, week in, week out, month after year after year for the rest of our lives as long as we're physically capable. That doesn't mean that sometimes we fall away from it, but we will always come back to it. The same way that we may fall away from doing the right thing from time to time. Everybody makes mistakes. This is part of life. This is why we are here, reincarnated on this earth at this time to refine ourselves and make less mistakes than we did the time before. And eventually, hopefully, we will get to a point of refinement. Such is fighting as well. There's going to be a lot of times when you think to yourself, you know, I suck and I'm never getting any better and I might as well give up. But if you can push through those feelings and eliminate it from your mind right now, realizing that the teacup is filled one drop at a time, well, then you will eventually have a beautiful cup of tea worthy of enjoyment by a king. Refine yourself day in, day out. The process is long. The journey is arduous. But I promise you, it is worth it. And we're not simply talking about fighting. We're not simply talking about training. We're talking about life. The process of refining ourselves through struggle, through pain, through having to endure difficulties is more worth it than any of us will ever understand. And if we have JaI, if we have the fighter's heart, we can persevere through anything, push through it, get back up every time that we are knocked down, and ultimately win the battle. So the next time that you're feeling overwhelmed, ready to throw that towel in, remember this: JaI, you've got more strength in your heart than you know. If this video resonated with you, give it a like. Share it with somebody who needs a little bit of encouragement. And don't forget, subscribe. I hope to share the insights that I'm gaining with you from living in Thailand and becoming a part of the Thai warrior culture. JaI Nakap. Have heart now, my friend. Until next time, please remember that you are your first and last line of defense. Kap Kun Kap. Thank you.